Welcome in, welcome in.
Hello, hello.
We are back for this lovely Friday. And it's gonna be kind of a short stream. We only got one build today, so yeah. We're just gonna be chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still make one build. It's okay though, they pay him for it. It'd be kind of weird if it was like, dude, what do you mean? You never collected a cent? What are you doing here, man?
Just for the fun of it, just for the love of the game.
He was on an unpaid internship and we just forgot.
For 5 years.
For 5 years. Ooh. Anyways, what's up, everybody? Welcome in, Yi Leo, the Pin.
Yo.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Zach Housen, Master Killer. How you doing? Zen. How are y'all? You're on time today. Yeah, exactly. Right on time.
We're always on time.
Come on, get this done in a quick 30. That would just be like weird to be like, we only have one PC, so we're gonna go really fast.
I know, right?
To really emphasize. Nah, we're gonna be kicking it Friday style. What's Friday style? I have a hard time speaking, and maybe a part is missing or something, and we gotta go to, like, who knows? Who knows?
Don't speak that into existence.
We got the time, why not? Need that weekend to start. I'm feeling that. I got 0 plans this weekend, so
Nice,
I'm pretty
dude.
stoked. I actually might like video game a fair amount.
Right
this
off the
weekend.
bat, I'm gonna go get some M.2 screws.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Kelsey.
I didn't mean for it to happen.
I'll be right back.
Alright. He's gotta get some screws. Yeah, I will probably be gaming. We will see. But mostly I hope to be out in the yard, doing some gardening, going to the nursery, buying more plants that I probably don't need. Yeah. Getting outside, doing a little walking, doing no driving because I don't want to have to deal with Coachella traffic. Having a good time. Quick build so you can go home and game. Unfortunately, I still got hit my 8 hours, so when this is done, I'll still be working, but yeah, in here I'll be on weekends. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good week. I got home yesterday and Turner Classic Movies was starting a movie right when I got home, and I watched A Room with a View until I went to bed, and it was great. I was having a good time. Made some delicious dinner. I got an herb garden I'm working on. Dinner's gonna be on me soon, guys. I'm gonna be bringing all the thyme, all the basil, and the chives. But yeah. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? I would love to know. Dang, I wonder if YouTube. What's up with YouTube? Weird. Should be live. Cause yeah, maybe I'll make some bread this weekend. Maybe I'll attempt that again. It can usually be kind of difficult because, you know, you have to knead it and then wait and then knead it and then wait, and it's like too much waiting.
The big 5-0.
I'm not that great.
No.
I came over to ask, when should I bring over cake and how much do people want?
Bro, anytime. What kind of question?
Whatever cake you want, because it's your birthday. And now.
What kind of cake?
Now, okay. So it is a chocolate cake with raspberry infill, and then it's got a sweet buttercream frosting.
Ooh, very nice.
All though.
Okay. So now,
Sure.
Yeah.
and how much? It's an 8-inch round double layer, so
The thinnest little, the thinnest,
you want a piece
You
of
don't
cake?
mean that.
And
the thin.
What's up? I'll take some, yeah, please.
how much?
The standard amount. Thank you.
The thinnest. The
That you know you don't mean that.
I need to mean it. I had my own cake this weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Dude, and part of me was even just like, man, you know what I should make tonight? Blueberry cobbler in the cast iron.
In the cast iron.
Yeah, dude, I make it in a cast iron. So here's what you do. Well, you mix the sugar and all the junk with the blueberries, and then you just use like a pre-cake mix, like box cake mix, and you dump it on top, and then you get a cheese grater with a frozen stick of butter, non-salted, and you go until that whole thing is just like on top of there. It's basically like a dump cake, but and anyways, it's all in the cast iron, and then you put the cast iron in the oven for 45 minutes, and it's delectable.
Wow.
Yeah. What's up, Soul Sniper? How's it going? How's it going, Networks? A dump cake is where like you kind of just dump all the ingredients together and it makes a cake.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a name.
How you guys doing? We're good. We're good.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm here peeping on my build. I'm hype. Oh, is this you?
Is this you? Hey,
welcome in.
Welcome.
Shoot. Love making cornbread in my cast iron. Ooh, yeah, that's another good one. I think that cast iron is like 100+ years old. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm like just putting some miles on mine. Like they're brand new from Lodge. I would love to inherit. In fact, actually, if I have any family members in the future who pass, I'm gonna be like, can I get in the kitchen real quick? Can I just... Nobody wants this, right? It's a southern thing, yeah. I love cast iron though because, well, not only is it non-stick and it makes everything taste delicious, you can take it camping, and as long as you're not like backpacking because it's heavy, on an open fire, that thing is unmatched. I've been making the most delicious camping meals the last couple times I've gone camping, and it's to the point where I feel like I'm going camping just so I can eat. Feeling much better? Oh, that's so good, Soul Sniper. I'm happy to hear it. Right in time for the weekend, too.
Right?
Lian, I have one of those. They're good. They're good machines. This is a Munchkin build, bro. It's gonna be ugly, I think. Be aware. Don't hate too hard. Oh, man. Hey!
You'll be alright, bro. Don't even worry.
All that matters is that it runs well and does what you want it to do. That's the thing, yeah. It's like... Some people go for the aesthetics, but people also get hung up on the aesthetics. Like, at the end of the day, you want the PC that's gonna, turn on and run.
I did notice you got a black AIO, so I'm gonna do the rare thing and give you a choice on the fan color. Do you want white fans to match the case, or black fans to match the AIO fans? White, I had pre-prepared in-wind series loops. Very much recommended. But if you want black fans, we can just get you our standard Skytech fan. But yeah, let us know. Because I did notice you have a black AIO, so it's up to you.
So Networks got their PC, but they can't find the Wi-Fi antennas. Do you know where they put them? In the...
Should be in the accessories bag.
What if it's not a modular? Well, what do they put
Well,
in?
I mean, there's still like random accessories like SATA cables and stuff.
Yeah, so it should be with those other ones. If for some reason you don't have it, hit up customer service.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
We'll send you antennas.
Because, like, I'm assuming that you probably just looked through the box. I'm like... Yeah, it's just my throat that hurts, but other than that, I am 100%. Nice! That's good. Always good when you feel like you're turning the corner. I used to go camping to get away from annoying people. Not a bad idea, but I tend to go to campsites that have, like, a working toilet, so there usually is some annoying people. And this
How does that correlate?
Because people like to go to campsites where, like, there's like backpacking and there's the backcountry, you know what I mean? Where you're kind of like hiking out and you're setting up camp there.
Yeah.
And then there's like campsites. You drive there, you set everything up. And when you're at a campsite, there's multiple campsites and there's usually people. And not everybody was a scout, so, or with a scout, so they don't know like all of the, just typical etiquette. And that's how you get, I don't know, a bunch of girls laughing well into 4 a.m. in Joshua Tree, just being like, because some people don't know that a tent is not a wall. And that you should shut up if it's 4 in the morning. 10 minutes. I'll be back. All right.
I'll leave it to you, brother. My wife says I don't have a taste for that. I'll give you the white fans, because I think in my opinion they're the better choice. They're in-wind serious loops, pretty good performing, and some nice RGB.
Don't have a taste for design. Honestly, sometimes that's the best way to work out. Like, one of the reasons I think that like designing the yard and the home has been so easy is just that I have taken over complete control. Everything is to my vision, so we don't have to like fight over, well, I think this looks better. It's just, trust me, and I'm right.
Dang. Happy wife, happy life, am I right?
Yeah. It's my vision, but you get the benefit of living in my vision.
Jeez.
Someone needs to make a PC case after the Doom Guy helmet or his symbol. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a cool collab, actually. Yeah. Oh no, I'm in an area where you crap in the woods and bury it. Oh well, 120 acres of one structure, no water or electricity. Dang. See, I'm also okay with that. It's like either flushing toilets or none toilets, but don't give me that in between pit toilet. I'm afraid of it and I don't want to go anywhere near it.
Pit toilet?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like a porta potty?
Yeah, I also hate those, but pit toilets are like the ones that you have like usually in some of the more like sparse camping areas, and it's basically just like a trash can over a hole in the ground in a little yeah, and I'm like no, we don't. No. Just you, nature, and a chainsaw. I mean, am I camping or am I building a log house? I went horse packing for 3 weeks in Wyoming in the Rocky Mountains. I actually had a bear sniffing my tent. Yeah, camping in bear country scares the crap out of me. Not even just camping in bear, hiking in bear country. Parking my car in bear country scares me. Cause like, for all I know, a chicken nugget like rolled under the seat years ago, and that bear's smelling it, and he's gonna break all my windows and get into the car. Like, it's funny how I'm not really that worried about like, you know, encountering them and getting hurt by them. I'm a Girl Scout, I know what you do when you do that, but I'm worried about it breaking my car. What's in the system that you're using behind you? That's a really good question. I think it's fairly old hardware that we kind of just like recycled.
Imagine it was a green screen the whole time.
Right. We're actually not even in this room.
I know.
Okay. It's a 5950X. 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM that for some reason is not on XMP. And a 2080 Ti.
Hey.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Arcanine?
Yo.
The moose was scarier. Yeah, that I agree with. Oof. Yeah, something that could really mess you up. It's like mooses, buffalo. I want to see them, but at a distance.
Hippos.
Yeah. It's me again. Hi.
Hello again. How's it going?
About an Archangel, and it will be here today. Nice! Get hyped!
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, you got the battle station already? Like, you know, the desk and all? Yeah. What's happening, peeps? Oh, you know, typical Friday stuff.
Another day.
It's like pretty short build stream, so we're gonna be probably a little silly.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a cake break somewhere in the middle. Cake break. Say that 5 times fast.
No.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went through the bag again and it's nowhere to be seen. I'll contact support. Yeah, best idea to do that. They can send some out, hopefully today. But yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah, every once in a while something does get missed.
Sorry about that.
You guys are so chill. Thanks.
Appreciate
What's up, Rutu? How you doing?
Hey, welcome in.
One system today said, yeah, but it's probably good. I have a lot of work to do otherwise. Man, I had this one thing where we had to test something with 2 monitors, so I was like, oh, okay, I don't know where the other monitor is. I'll just give my other monitor. And then somehow me doing that killed my KVM. So I spent all day yesterday trying to troubleshoot and get it working, and the only conclusion I come to is that KVM's messed.
Damn.
Yeah. But I was like, man, why did I do that? I should have just said no. I'm doing something else. Just got a new gaming PC. Nice.
Hell yeah.
So how'd your logo come about? I was watching another stream of yours, and where can I order the hat? Yeah, that's a good question. We've like piloted the hat. I don't think it's for sale yet. Hopefully soonish.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Otherwise though, I don't know. Do you know any lore about the logo?
Any lore? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You don't know logo lore?
I don't know logo lore.
I don't really know then either. That's a good question. Hold on. Let me ask the boys.
Maybe Jason would know.
I know, I was like, I know people who've been at this company longer, so I'm just like, hey.
Logo lore.
Oh man. The way I asked it though, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of trolly answers. But yeah, I'm curious. Past a group of them, about 7 or 8. It's insane how big they really are. I was about 6 feet on a grown horse and felt like I was almost eye to eye with them. Yeah, when I was at the Redwoods, yeah, you see the Roosevelt elk when you go to like the prairies around there. And there's a really cool area where they let you like, you know, kind of park. And it's far enough away to where like, you know, the elk do not feel threatened, but you can still see them pretty well. And of course, I'm there being a responsible, you know, citizen of nature with my little binoculars, and then there's like some guy getting out of his car doing these like fake elk sounds, like, and the elk's looking at him, and I'm like, dude, what the, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, in a best case scenario, it gets mad. In a worst case scenario, you're just annoying them, like they're having a little lunch. Like, do you like when you're having lunch and some guy just comes around and starts making like weird, angry mating calls at you? Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I hate when I'm trying to have a quiet lunch break and then the loudest coworker shows up.
Yeah, yeah. Have you guys ever stole people's accounts? No.
What?
Hi, nice to meet you. I want to ask, I'm about to build my first gaming PC. Is there any tips? The part is 9700X, Gigabyte 9070X TOC, MSI Mag, A850GL, 2TB, 32GB, 6000, Thermaltake, 360 AIO, B850 AOS Wi-Fi 6E. I guess my best advice is if this is your first time building a PC, take it slow. Follow like a video guide. Know that things in the video guide will not be consistent. So like probably the chip that you're using, it'll look different. The motherboard and all that will look different than what the guy's, you know, doing in the video. But follow one of those step by step just to make sure that you don't miss anything or do something incorrectly. The other thing I would say is CPU and cooler on that bad boy, like on that motherboard before you put it into the system, like into the chassis. And yeah, just plan for the whole day. I was like, it's gonna take a bit if it's your first time building.
Don't rush.
Yeah, don't rush. And don't force things. Usually for RAM, if it has a sticker on one side of it, the sticker goes towards the CPU. And you're gonna look for 2 clicks. Click, 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 click. I dare you to hack someone's account. No, thank you. Are these builds requests from your website or also from Amazon, etc.? So these ones are ordered through our custom builder on our website. If you order through our custom builder, there's a free option at checkout to have it built live on stream. You just have to wait for our next stream day, and yeah, that's what these are. I got a friend in Washington. The elk goes on her property to eat her garden. Oh man, that must suck because you can't even be like, go away, because like it could kill you. Oof. Montek XR-ATX. Oh, okay, that's a nice case. Yeah, it shouldn't be too tight in there. That's nice. Yeah, well, just take your time. Mess up her pumpkins and apples. Oh, dang. Imagine a moose just eating like a whole pumpkin, just like on the ground. I'm very lucky that I don't really have to deal with wildlife in my yard for my garden. Just the tiniest little buggos. I stole 4,100 Roblox accounts of $900K. Huh. What does one do with that many Roblox accounts? Welcome back, Soul Sniper.
Yep.
Is it to buy your PC on Amazon? You mean, is it okay to buy your PC on Amazon? Because yes, as long as you're getting it through like, you know, Skytech Gaming or Brainstorm or whatever, and not through like, you know, some private reseller. You're 13. That explains a lot.
It really does.
Well, keep hacking. Cybersecurity is a great field. So glad I don't have the mod bars on you. Yeah. I'm not real good with computers yet. Where would you rate this PC from 1 to 10 on like good, bad, great function for gaming? Also, anything I should know about this one in particular? So as far as like good, better, best, this is definitely like, well, hold on, I said good, better, best when you said good, bad, great. This is great. 9070 XT is basically gonna handle any game you throw at it in 1440p. Like, enough said. Very good GPU. 9900X, it's more than you would even need for gaming. So productivity work too is also going to be really great in case you do anything like that on it. It's got plenty of cores, very fast. And the 9000 series is surprisingly cool compared to the 7000 series. So you gotta love that. 32 gigs of RAM, all you need unless you play Tarkov. And yeah, O11 Vision, it's a great case. Tons of storage you got here. A good power supply, so you even have some headroom in case you want to upgrade anything in the future. That's some good stuff. Would you consider me a regular viewer? Be brutally honest. Yes. I usually like consider anybody a regular viewer if we have some kind of rapport or I know certain things about you, like, you know, like what your interests are or like things to mention. Or if I ever come on here and go, oh, I wanted to tell you, you're a regular. Like, I have that with a lot of people. I'd be like, oh, I remember when you were talking about this. If I remember, you're a regular. Because I don't remember a lot of things. This memory's not great, I'm not gonna lie. What do I need to enable or disable core parking in the BIOS for the Ryzen 9 7950 X3D? Let me see. You know, it's not really something that I've done myself. Which BIOS is it? Depending on what your motherboard is, it's usually going to be under, there's usually some, like, you know, go into like advanced mode in your BIOS, and then there's usually something like CPU tweaker. You're going to go and look for CPU settings in there and look for a setting somewhere down there. It might have a different name depending on what BIOS you're in. And again, it's not really something that I have messed with a lot, so I don't really know what it's called or where to find it in there, but that would be my guess, is that it's under CPU settings in, like, the more detailed or advanced part of the BIOS. Like, you know how it has kind of like a basic overview at first? Go into the more options. if it's an MSI that you're working on, I couldn't navigate anything in that bio. Like, I'm working on, like, pure instinct when I'm in there, so it's hard to be like, yeah, go to this setting and they hide the weirdest stuff in the
Up
weirdest
to spies.
places. Literally, yeah, I'm like, okay. What games have you ever played? Several. I was born with a controller in my hand, which is really painful for my mom.
No.
Probably like most recently, I'm really big on Crusader Kings 3. I like Overwatch. Playing Monster Hunter. I'm a Sims player. I'm a World of Warcrafter. Other games I really freaking love. Yeah. I used to play a lot more RPGs, but that's kind of, I feel like the single player RPG's kind of been like a dying genre recently. Like, you know, there's not like a ton of them out that aren't just Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty, Roblox, Rocket League, and a lot more. Nice. You should introduce yourself. Oh yeah, that's true. I was like, we usually do intros, but we don't. Yeah, I'm Kelsey, and this is Juan.
This is Juan.
Is that how you answer the phone?
Yes.
This is Juan. Man, Carnage, you've been following us since 2020. Dang.
Dang, dude. Long time.
Yeah. Isn't that like kind of when we launched, or like, yeah, we launched in like 2020?
Day one fan.
We got back in there, yeah. Pretty close to the beginning. They won't let me leave the basement. Get Scotland forever. Scotland forever. Okay. I don't really know what the context of that is other than just, you know, go Scotland, but yeah. I got no qualms with Scotland. Isn't core parking a Windows thing? Maybe. Again, it's not something I'm super familiar with. Sorry, my English is not so good. No, it's all good. No worries. The confusion comes from me just not being super familiar with that. No, I speak too fast? Okay, when you go into the BIOS, look under Advanced Settings, and you're gonna look for CPU Tweaker, is what it's called in some of them, CPU settings, and you'll probably look through those settings. Just see if there's anything about core parking in there that you might have to enable. But, yeah, other than that, I don't really know where it is. Gotta get the key from Fabian. Oh, I'm noticing, Carnage, don't worry. Are those MiHoYo Genshin games, single player RPG? I guess, yeah. I don't know, like, is it weird that, like, in an era where we have so many games that you can play even for free, at least to begin with, I feel like there's nothing to play. It's like the 1,000 TV channels all over again. It's like looking into a fridge packed with food, but none of it is yummy. Even though, like, it probably is, but you're like, I don't know what is it? It's a frozen hunk of beef. What am I gonna do with that? After the launch streams, Fabian got me onto it when he helped me with CS on Twitter. Nice!
Nice, that's cool.
That is cool. Zelda Cyberpunk control single player games with RPG elements. No qualms, but you gotta want. I do. Yes, then this option, overclock CCD 0 and CCD 1 to 7, right? No. That's usually something like load line calibration. I don't know if that's actually what the core parking is. Unless you're reading a guide that's telling you that it is, then I'd probably follow them. But from what I know with that, I don't think it has anything to do with core parking. Also, if you're messing with BIOS settings, there is the chance that you might mess with a setting that makes it so that your PC won't post. So it won't go into Windows after you've set certain things. If that happens at all, you're going to want to clear CMOS. CMOS is a battery that's on your motherboard. Usually physically you can see it, sometimes under the GPU. You want to pop that out, turn the power off to the PC and hit the power button a bunch to discharge the electricity. And then you pop it back in, and that will set all of your BIOS settings back to the default, just in case you get yourself into some trouble. Stalker 2 is dope. My wife loves South of Midnight. Oh, I watched like a bit of a playthrough of that, and yeah, I probably don't have the time to actually play it, but I'll probably watch like a full playthrough. It looked really interesting, and I love the art style. Gotta bounce out. Good luck, and thank you for doing the build. Remember the special instructions. Build it with love. We absolutely will. Thank you so much for ordering with us.
Appreciate it, man.
And whenever you got time, feel free to watch back the VOD. We'll light it up for you. What's up? How you doing, King J Perez? And Ali Zero. How's it going? How's it going? How's everybody's Friday? I bought some strawberry seeds online. I'm gonna talk about this for a second. Nah, dude, it's so cool. Cause like they don't really grow too well out where we are, cause it's a little too hot. But I got like wild strawberries that like they're smaller, the seeds are bigger, and they kind of look like almost like how a dehydrated strawberry looks. But apparently the flavor is like way more concentrated, and it tastes like strawberry candy.
Ooh.
I know.
Dang.
I want to make a jam.
They grow easier out here?
Yeah, or at least they're good for my zone.
Okay.
What's up? How you doing, 21 Ahmed? How you doing?
Hey.
Maybe a video with a link for me? Complicated for me because I don't know. No, sorry, I don't. You'd probably just have to YouTube that and find someone walking through it themselves. We don't have any.
There's plenty of instructionals.
Yeah, I was like, we don't have any material ourselves for that specific thing. Hello, football gods. How are you?
Hey.
I'm a newcomer on PC. Yeah, totally understandable. But yeah, find a good guide for doing exactly what you want to do and just follow it step by step. And remember what I said, if you ever get in any kind of trouble where suddenly your PC doesn't post after you've changed settings in there, look up how to discharge and clear your CMOS battery. That'll always set you back to defaults. What do you think of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controllers? Let me look it up. I think that is expensive.
Wow.
I mean, like, they did say Elite, so, like, it's probably pretty good. But, yeah, oof. Price is a little much. I mean, not that controllers are cheap, but, I mean, it do look cozy. What is that, the soft thing on the little, I almost say handles, but that's, like, not what it is. On the grips, it do look nice, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah, too steep for me. Holy moly, that's a huge PC case, lol, oh yeah. I think what's funny is, like, actually this one's small compared to some of the other ones we have.
Yeah, it's pretty moderately sized.
Should I buy a Skytech gaming PC? Sure. If you like our PCs, if we're the one for you, go for it. I mean, like, obviously I'm supposed to be like, yeah, go for it. But, like, this is between you, your finances, and your needs. But yeah, Skytech's a good company to go with. The elites are notorious for breaking and having to be sent back. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. That being said, like I've literally been gaming all these years with Joy-Con drift, and like I know that there are fixes. I just keep doing it. I don't know why. King 95 Pro. Ooh, good case.
Oh yeah.
A few friends have gotten them, and it's usually problems. The regular controllers work just fine. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I do basically all my gaming on controller with a PlayStation 4 controller.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Very nice.
I'm so glad I said I was like a regular size.
Holy.
There's only, what, 10 of us? 11, including one?
Yeah.
In here, and I forgot my squid isn't here today.
Oh, so we gotta make up for
the
that.
decent amount of cake. And, yeah. So whatever doesn't get eaten, oh well.
Nice.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Charles.
it.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Man, I feel messed up.
Yes, do you want your cake
Yes.
Damn, do you want to eat it too?
or?
Do you want to get cake too?
Yes.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday. That's not your birthday.
I mean, it was a week ago. Counting.
Damn, it's everybody's birthday this
Wait,
I
month.
know,
Was it a
right?
week ago?
It's Aries season.
Your birthday was a week ago?
Yeah, on Sunday.
Yours was
You
2
didn't
weeks
say
ago?
anything?
Yes, you did. You didn't say anything. When was your birthday?
The second, so like Wednesday?
This guy didn't even say anything.
No. I would write down the instructions, but I don't really know about core parking too much. Let me point you towards an article that I think
Core parking. I know about car parking.
might go over things a bit more. Oof. A lot of that seems to be in the PowerShell. Like, I don't know.
You know, when people from other states want to make fun of Californians' accent,
We have an accent?
apparently
Dang.
they're like,
Chat,
oh,
do we have an accent?
it's over there by the porked core. We do not talk like that.
We don't say T's in the middle of words. That is our thing, I will grant you. I'm gonna go and look at the fountain on the mountain,
It's not there.
and I'm gonna take the 5 to get there.
It's not needed.
Actually, Lucky Luke, I can't even really find a good guide on it. Are you sure you want to do the core parking? Because, like, if I was you, I would just enable XMP and call it a day.
Yeah.
I found a Reddit thread on it. Happy birthday? But yeah, I don't know if I'm the best source for this. Or rather, I might even just be misunderstanding what it is that you want to do in the BIOS. What effing accent?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Juan, you're not from Boston, don't try. True.
What? Boston? What do you. What?
Yes, because it's better for game performance, or I don't think you would see much of a difference. I would say the biggest thing for game performance is making sure that XMP is enabled, or Expo, in your BIOS. And it's pretty easy to do. Restart your computer, spam that delete key. Just keep hitting delete, 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 delete. When it goes on right before Windows would load, that'll take you into the BIOS. And it should be on that first page somewhere, XMP or Expo, and you're gonna hit that to enabled or profile 1. Expo's on? Okay. Then yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about core parking. I don't think you're gonna see much of a difference. you were claiming you had an accent sounded like a bad Boston accent, true?
Oh, no, dude, that's how they make fun of us. No one says pork core. It's parked car.
My favorite thing about the California accent is, have you ever seen the SNL skits, The Californians?
Ugh.
That makes me just crack up because it's so true. We just talk about traffic all the time.
Well, I mean, what else is happening?
And like how we get to places. When I was talking about going to the Redwoods, people were like, oh, what route did you take? And I was like, oh, I went up the 15, up through the Central Valley. Took it to the, like...
It's what's happening.
We're so fascinated on, like, but what highway? Happy birthday, where's my cake? In the screen, unfortunately. What's your favorite thing to game on? Honestly, I'm gonna give it to you, handhelds. And I gotta give it to Nintendo on that regard. Like, as far as, like, just wasting a day away, fetal position on the couch, Game Boy, playing Pokemon or something, yeah. Obviously, I love many video games. I have a PC, I've had consoles, I've done everything. But I just feel like nothing brings back that, like, childhood nostalgic joy quite like handheld on a couch. Or, in bed at night, or on a camping trip. Fun, fun, fun.
When M walks in, do you hide it under your pillow?
No. Just
for the nostalgia. Yeah, actually, I think if anything, you're the one enforcing bedtime.
I am. I 100% am. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Consoles, though, were great when I was growing up with siblings, and you had to share everything, So, like, the one TV in the room, somebody with a controller, and, like, you're passing it every time you die because, like, you're trying to beat, like, a boss. Also unmatched. Couch co-op, tons of fun. What the PC has is for me when I want to be completely isolated in my little box and I'm building something. I'm in Zoo Tycoon and I'm building the whole park. I'm in Roller Coaster Tycoon and I'm purposefully setting the speed on the shuttle loop to crash it so it flies off the rails. I'm playing The Sims and I have crafted an entire neighborhood with people and lore. You know what I mean?
You're playing Minecraft and you're building a horse farm.
I could, but I don't. Well, my ranch, thank you.
Horse ranch, yes.
Do you guys have a couch gaming setup from your PC? I want to do that, but have it turn off my main two monitors and switch over to the TV, but everything I've seen is too complex. Totally understandable. It is pretty tough to be able to have, like, the, go back and forth between when it's on TV and when it's on monitor. It's actually not that complicated, but it's a pain in the butt to set up, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Okay, so, like, you have obviously your monitors, but then also you have a TV and you
Yeah.
what? I got you. Eventually, I want to get a couch in the room that I have my PC, with, like, a projector for that wall. Oh, man. One day.
Projector sounds sick.
Mm-hmm.
The Mario Kart action in the backyard.
The poor neighbors.
Projected on their
Cake looks
wall.
delicious. The cake does look delicious, but I'm also like, I gotta get to the end of these comments before I can take a bite. I feel when they only read Twitch chat, multi-streamers shaking my head. Dude, I'm literally on the YouTube chat. I'm just a couple comments behind. Like, yeah, we are multi-streaming, but it's, like, funny that you say that when I'm on the YouTube one and I haven't even been on the Twitch one yet. I got it because it matches my name and it looks beautiful. Nice. I mean, not a bad case to go with.
Triple chocolate with no milk is crazy. Damn, no milk.
There's some raspberry in there. It counteracts. Red Devil 9070 XT is going for 900 right now. This market is toxic.
Sheesh, 900.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what? A cake break.
If you played This War of Mine, it's tough to manage everything. Yeah. I have not. But I really love management games, actually. And I don't know what that says about me as a person. But, like, yeah, let me juggle some things. Let me, like, yeah. So, Steam for me is management, simulation, and then RPG. And
Hey, yo.
sandbox.
Just building a customer's PC.
Yeah, what's up, Seneca? How you doing?
What's up, Nero?
Is it yourself or customers or something? It's for our customers. If you order through our custom builder on our website, there's a free option to have it built live on stream. Try this war of mine. I'll look into it. Milk makes my belly badly sick, even fainting. Ooh. I have many a lactose intolerant friend. And honestly, like, me and a glass of milk, never. You'll never see that happen.
Skill
Me
issue.
drinking milk? No. Unless
Skill
it's
issue.
been in a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Skill issue.
I mean, I can digest it. I just don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, you ever think about that?
That's fair. Do you prefer almond milk? Or just no type of milk?
I do like almond milk. I think oat is probably my favorite. Almond
Oat
milk,
milk?
though, I like for a milk replacement. It's a little cheaper. For cooking. Like,
Dude.
if you make a hamburger helper with almond milk, say less. Like, it's great. I don't make hamburger helper anymore, but I used to. And that's, you know, when you're, like, first out on your own, you're like, I gotta cook all my meals. So you buy 8 boxes of hamburger helper and you just call it a good time, yeah.
I wonder what it's like to have to milk all those oats.
I don't know, man. That's somebody else's job. I want to show my dad what 4K HDR gaming looks like on his great TV. Oh, that'd be cool. Solution to that problem: invite the neighbors to the outdoor Mario Kart. True. You've got cool neighbors. My whole neighborhood was watching the Star Wars movies outdoors. Oh, that's nice.
Ooh.
Someone was doing that at my dad's house that he was renting at like the neighbor, and there was just a bunch of people out in the driveway and in the like grass. And, like, driving by that felt so awkward, because it was literally, like, everyone turns, like, excuse you, and I'm like, I'm literally just trying to get home. But, like, good for them. It was fun. The problem with showing my dad the great gaming, I don't know which game to show. Ooh, yeah. God of War. That's a good option, yeah. Something that just looks, like, frickin' beautiful.
Very cinematic.
The greatest graphics. Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2 would be good, but now I kind of wonder if it's, like, too old, you know, like... What's recent that came out that looks beautiful? Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Oh yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I was like, as far as like the most recent ones, probably Assassin's Creed. But like, yeah, I'm trying to think, like, what came out last year? What games are there? Why am I blanking?
The Elden Ring DLC is pretty nice.
Elden Ring has like a style about it though, you know what I mean?
It's very striking.
That's one, yeah. It's also a little ugly. That was my problem with it. I was like, the game's just a little too ugly. Yeah.
You clearly haven't played the game.
I've watched my sister play the game and get her like butt whooped, but yeah, I was like, the world's just a little too, like, nah.
I don't know. I thought the DLC had a nice aesthetic.
And like, I don't need things to be cutesy. That's not what I'm meaning. But like, everything with like a dark kind of color palette is like I'll go move to the Pacific Northwest if I want that. I was not a dig at the Pacific Northwest, but
Black Myth. I haven't played it. The screenshots did kind of look nice.
yeah. Oh, Forbidden Horizon would be a good one. My dad's never played a game except pinball and Windows XP. Well, anything's gonna look fantastic then. Yeah. How much does a card cost? RTX 5090. I think
5090.
I think it's in like the 3K range right now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Not good. Not good.
I went crazy thinking I was a chef making hamburger helper when I was out on my own. Then I got sick of it. Yeah. I think the more shocking thing was I remember going to the doctor after like probably like a year of living on my own, and like, you know, I wasn't making a lot of money. I wasn't really making anything. And like trying to feed the family. I was eating a lot of ramen, and then yeah, I went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you have
Gout?
no.
Imagine.
My blood pressure was way too high. And yeah, I just like way too much sodium, and I was like, oh no.
Dang.
My cholesterol was really high.
Not
It's not an issue now. Like I've learned to cook many more things, and I eat more vegetables. But
Did you know? Sodium's a good thing now. It's called electrolytes.
I mean, sodium is a good thing. You do need sodium. So like when you go like hiking in Joshua Tree and all that, you gotta bring some salty snacks.
Electrolytes.
You gotta keep it up, yeah. So you're not just drinking water, you also need to be replenishing your salt. And actually like iodized salt, also very good for you. You need that iodine.
Oh shit.
Unless you have hyperthyroidism, then you do not need that iodine.
I do be hyper.
Kiss my name.
Damn, bro,
It
keep
starts
up.
with A and it ends with D. What? I know, I'm sorry. Someone's got to carry these comments.
That's fair, yeah. You're working.
Starts with A and ends with D.
Adrian? No, I was gonna say Adrian.
It was like Adam'd. I don't know, because, dude, you could be from, like, anywhere in the world, you know what I mean? There could be names I don't even know about. My name's Ahmed. Oh, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. RTX 3070 is good at 2K. True. 3070 is still, honestly, a really good 1440p card. I made vegan lasagna today. Ooh, vegetarian, not vegan, I think. Yeah, if it's got cheese in it, it's probably vegetarian, but nice. I've seen some pretty good vegetarian lasagnas. And I'm not gonna lie, when I'm very poor and feeling incredibly cheap, I'll make spaghetti sometimes, but like I don't want to buy meat because that's the more expensive part, so I'll just cut up a zucchini and do it. And like some mushrooms, so you get some texture in there. But yeah, it's like we're not buying beef for this. Brondo, it's what plants crave. He works and eats before you, yeah. Well, once he's done eating, then I can eat and he can carry the contents.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on ultra-wide monitors, like a 49? Are they enough good games to actually fill the screen?
Some games aren't even compatible.
Yeah, I was like, not totally. It's a nice thing to have if you're ever going to be doing a lot of, like, you know, multi-tabs up. Like, for productivity, I think it's way better than it is for gaming. So if you like having that option for when you're just, like, on the net or whatever, and you can still game on it, you might not get that full range. It can still be a good option then. I'm always envious when I see one. But yeah, not a ton of games use it.
Yeah, Kelsey, share the cake. Yo, what's up, Megabyte? I can't read that far.
What?
I know, dude. I need to go in to get an updated prescription.
Megabyte Megan.
Megabyte Megan,
was
how's
like-
it going?
Dang, yeah. And the glasses are on. I don't even have my glasses on.
Like I can make out the first part, but then it just kind of it's letters.
Well, how are you, Megan?
Good Friday, so no meat Friday.
barely
Oh,
ate
that's
meat
cool.
during the Lent.
I didn't know Germans. Okay, interesting. Learning
There's
something
a
new.
lot of Catholicism out in Europe. What are you talking about?
Yeah, actually, when you put it like
I was like, what?
when you put it like that. Man, they really spread that thing everywhere, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Like my whole family from Poland was like Roman Catholic. Like,
That's
what?
crazy. What?
Yeah.
Dang.
Dang, this red bear filling is really dang.
It is good, right?
Mm-hmm. Southern Germany, we are Catholic.
Cool.
Interesting.
Nice. I'm going to In-N-Out after work. I'm excited.
Some of y'all going to church. Juan's going in and out.
All right.
No, I'm
You're
sorry.
gonna
I'm
put it
sorry.
like-
It was just the segue was very random. We're like, yeah, I'm going in and out.
Dude, you know how short that line's gonna be?
Why?
Cause it's no meat Friday.
Oh my gosh.
Wingstop probably not though, cause white meat's still allowed.
You're right. Well, it doesn't matter. I've got a frozen pizza to make tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, we're both gonna help.
I feel like I'm like that with my glasses too. Dang. Well, y'all need new prescriptions.
Yeah, no, I've been getting the email for a while. I've been putting it off.
I'm very lucky. I actually have very good vision. Just very up close, like when I'm looking at, you know, my computer and working. It can give me a little headache, so I have it for that. Where are you? Which country? USA, in the beautiful state of California, in the average city of Ontario.
It's alright. It could be worse, bro.
Yeah. I mean, especially if we kind of rank the Inland Empire kind of low as far as areas of California. Ontario is average. Like, Ontario's better than, like,
Yeah.
the Empire as a whole, maybe?
Not
No,
that
maybe
bad.
not. It's about...
Not that bad, bro.
You know, I like it. Don't get me wrong. When I talk to people, though, who aren't from here,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what?
Like you just said.
You live in a...
Yeah.
You telling me that you live in a box full of nothing but rats, and once a week everybody, you know, pees on each other? Like, what? Like,
Yeah, dude.
Like, they talk to you like as though it's like, oh my god, like... Yeah, I live there.
Yeah, it's a third world.
It's totally fine. But yeah, you're smart by not buying a house out here, because you could. Keep waiting for San Diego to crash. Yeah, it'll happen. I'm sure people get sick of perfect weather on the beach.
Well, you know, when the coastline gets swallowed up,
No.
they're gonna have to move, right? They're
Me
gonna have
and
to
my
sell their house.
beachfront property. There's a definite correlation between being a Protestant nation and the food there being bad. I'll take your word for it.
Damn.
That's kind of funny.
What a drag! Holy crap! Some carrot juice.
I'm getting hungry and carrots right now. Yeah. I think, okay, now I should have eaten this the other way, because now all the frosting's left, and I'm like, oh, everything is so rich.
Yeah, dude, and it's pretty thick, so I know frosting is your favorite part. She's still chewing. Got crazy ass frosting right here.
Dude, there's a kind of cake that I really want to make eventually when I get some of my fruits in. If the strawberries come in this summer, if the cherries ever grow, I'm gonna make like a cool little filling out of that, and I'm gonna do what they call a poke cake.
Poke.
Yeah. So you basically make like a sheet
Poke?
cake, right? Poke. And then you get like the back of like a wooden spoon or whatever, and you just go like.
Okay.
And then you take the filling and you just like drop it in there while the cake's still like hot, like it hasn't cooled yet. This is part of it.
Oh shit.
And you kind of just like, yeah, put the filling like in there, and it's like a lighter fill, so it'll kind of like, you know, get into the bread a bit. Yeah, and then you let it cool and then you frost it and all that. Looks incredible.
Poke.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm intrigued.
I know. Sounds interesting.
Especially if I can get my sour cherries this year. Oh my gosh. Imagine.
Would it be all red filling?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're doing all red for each time.
But I could also do it with the blueberries. I just feel like a blueberry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should do a little variation.
Yeah. Need oat milk, yeah. The hardest thing is installing a cooler. Bring my friend. Is that chocolate cake? It is, with a raspberry filling. Now y'all got all this money to make that, but didn't buy a mic for the stream. What do you mean? We got a mic right there.
There's a mic in the shot, dude. You can see it on camera.
And Arabian's here just to be like, we can hear them just fine. Thank you. Come on back. Yeah. Cake. You know, usually I don't like fruit with chocolate.
Oh no?
Yeah, it's like a weird family thing too. My mom was the same way. and like nobody in my family really likes fruit with chocolate, but it's grown on me in years since.
So you do vanilla instead then?
Yeah, or like white chocolate.
Oh, white chocolate.
Mm-hmm. So like a dipped strawberry in white chocolate, yeah, all day. In fact,
yeah.
every Christmas we used to
yeah.
make, we used to get cranberries, just like, you know, out of the bag, and then you just dip them in white chocolate, and you let them, you know, cool and harden. And it worked pretty well.
Dang, the cranberries?
Yeah,
You let it linger?
I do. I don't like cake where the main part of the cake is cream. That's fair. Oh, what's up, Jason? How you doing?
Yo, what up?
There's a climate change map where you can play with the slider for water level rising with only 10 meters of water level increase. Palm Springs becomes an actual beach town with the encroachment of the Gulf of California.
I'd rather not
Ontario
know
is
that.
still gonna be mid though. Ooh, burn.
Damn.
Burn.
Damn.
Dang, imagine Palm Springs becoming like the new, like,
That's
Laguna.
crazy, bro.
I'm playing a long game, yeah.
Aren't you more east?
I'm at a higher elevation. I'm safer. I'm safer for the next
Alright. I'll probably be gone.
rip.
Yeah,
Rip one.
I'm deep in.
I like how, like, because it would kind of be slowly, but you would just be like, oh no, the water. What, it's been 3 years. Move. Take a step to the side. Like, I can't.
I can't.
Oh no, it's starting to get in my mouth. What? It's been
Whoa.
6 years, for the love of God. Move or close your mouth. Who's been feeding you all this time?
Just been eating fish that swim by.
And because your mouth was just open, ready to like drown, the fish were just like. Yeah. I liked my Wave 3 a lot, but holy crap, the Yeti X is insanely amazing. It is. I have a Yeti at home. It's some nice stuff.
So what games are you playing this weekend?
I don't know. Probably Monster Hunter. And you know what? Actually, this might be the weekend that I actually get Farming Simulator 25. And not Repo.
Oh my god.
No. I'm gonna take you for a ride on the big green tractor. Okay?
Alright, dog.
Catch me in the fields with my agriculture. I'm gonna be buying a new Chevy to, I don't know, do something. Virtually.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, catch me living that Central Valley, dream. But in fairness, I love Logi and have since the 90s. Nice. Logi? Logi? That one.
I think it's Lodge.
Okay, that was one of those moments where I'm like second guessing myself.
That was a weird rebrand.
This is today, on Wednesday is it Tears of the Kingdom or Tears of the Kingdom?
Oh, yeah.
Today it's Logi.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Logitech, so Logi. Give him the frosting. No, I'll probably eat it still. Let's be real. Turn it on, watch your own stream, don't trust them. What does that mean?
What?
Duck, what's going on? Kinda feel like it came out of nowhere and they're like, you know, throwing hands. Anything's good luck, don't bump the pins. I don't think he knows that, like, we're a company that does this.
I know, dude.
Yeah. Is the processor still in good working condition? Ryzen 5 5600G? Yeah, totally. Totally still viable. I obviously recommend using a dedicated graphics card instead of, like, the integrated one that's on there, but yeah. Did you know the devs of Farming Simulator are developing the game in a Swiss farm? Really? Like an old farm building? Huh. So now, like, is it, like, European farming now? As opposed to, like, American? Is there really a difference? Probably.
Yeah, there has to be.
I don't know. You grow a bunch of wheat.
If you
Maybe.
if there's a portion of the game where you have to take a break from farming to go like protest, you'll probably know it's European.
Yeah. My people need me.
Dude, they get crazy. I seen those videos of them dumping cow manure or just manure.
Yeah, on another level.
And the government built. Damn.
You know what I kind of can't wait to die out? This is totally an unpopular opinion. Farmhouse style architecture.
Oh.
The modern, you know, like farmhouse. Not like actually this was an old farmhouse, historic home. Cute as a button, love it.
Yeah.
Brand new homes being built today that are a farmhouse. I'm like, ugh. I just have this feeling it's not gonna age well and like.
Oh, you mean a barn door on the bathroom is not a good idea?
Slidey doors? Like, never.
With like external hinges so there's a gap.
I hate when I see like flipped homes and like they're like, yeah, you know what we did for this one? We did the door out and we made it just like a big, very heavy barn door that you now have to slide.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then they're like, $50,000 more, please. Like, no. If you like the farmhouse aesthetic, it's totally you. Don't worry. But for me, keep it. I like a farm. I like the idea of that. That sounds cool. But like buying a farmhouse style brand new construction to put AstroTurf in the back, it just kind of feels a little bit like wrong. Don't forget the thermal paste. We never do. Forget. Not like we never use thermal paste. Thermal paste. Our PCs are so cool, they don't need thermal paste. They do. Every PC needs thermal paste. Man, did we talk about how like the 9000 series of processors from AMD is actually like so cool running compared to like everything else?
Dang, that's pretty good.
Like the 7000 series X chips and like the Intels too. It's just like I'm so surprised.
Good on them.
What they like bench, yeah. Am I supposed to slam a sliding door to indicate I'm mad? You push it really hard and it just bounces back open again. Probably what's more likely is because that like barn door is really heavy. You slam it and it's like too much force. The hinge breaks and the whole door just like falls down.
Falls off.
And you gotta call that flipper back to be like, hey man, how do you do this? They anchored it into drywall only, and you're just like, yeah, couldn't be me. That and like, this is my other personal thing. I've lived in places where this was the pocket door for the bathroom. Like, no. I need this thing to seal.
Yeah.
Like, if this could be like Dexter's Lab status, where like, shh, and like, there's no, like, that's what I want out of the bathroom door. Like, not a peep out of there. Oh, dude, you know what's one of the most like nerve-wracking things ever?
What?
Is like a house where the bathroom doesn't have a fan.
Ooh.
It's just like, why? Who designed this? This is hell.
This is. You called, bro?
Huh?
You called?
Nah, I'm good.
Bet.
Oh, I'm freezing.
Good thing you got a sweater, huh? It's such like, well, damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather. Energy. Even though I can and I did.
You literally did, yeah. I was trying to explain that. I was like, dude, I really feel like I'm just like lizard-blooded, cold-blooded, if you will.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just like a little lizard and I need to like crawl into my sunning rock for a while and like, just kind of like heat and just be like, yeah. Because when I get here in the morning, I'm really cold and I gotta turn on my little heater that I have for myself and I literally am just like And I gotta heat up. Like, I cannot do things or think about them until I get warm, adequately warmed.
Nice. You gotta preheat.
I'm like a snake waking up in the morning where they're just like,
That's funny.
and they're going so slow, but they're like, I gotta get to the sun. I don't have any energy because I'm not in the sun. And then they get there and they're like, time to bite a dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I am. Whatever the opposite of the room is what I am, and it's so annoying.
You're picky, you're finicky. You're like a cat. You're a cat. I don't know though, because cats like a warm spot.
Yeah, and I do too sometimes. It's like, again, I don't know what I am.
I don't know, you might be a cat too, because I feel like you're the kind of person who's like, hey, a relationship. Never mind.
Okay,
Did I miss though?
No, I have nothing to come back with.
You know what I mean? Like, the door's gotta be open, and then it's gotta be closed, yeah. Hey, don't be mad though. Cats have the best life. Like, literally, is there any other animal you would like, if someone's like, okay, you reborn as an animal, but you get to pick, anything better than a cat?
Honestly, no. And
That's
people,
what I'm saying.
and people gotta put up with it. Ooh,
People love cats.
perfect.
They get to be however they are, and people are still like, love you.
I know, right?
Yeah. Sleep all day. Awesome.
Oof, man, I want to be a cat. I want to be a fat one.
And like, you can go on all the furniture, because like, have you tried telling a cat not to go on furniture? It works with dogs.
They just wanted to go.
But like,
on it
cats
more.
are gonna do whatever they want when you're not around.
Yeah.
What kind of screen is that behind you, showing audio levels on that PC case? You know, I'm not entirely sure.
It's custom.
Yeah, this is a custom build that we did. It's got a little screen on it. It's a custom water loop. And the audio levels, that was all done custom. It's basically some LED strips programmed to do that with sound, because there's a mic in there. It's very cool.
You hear that, Mike?
You're awesome, Mike. Ducks probably doesn't think so. Yeah. But yeah, everyone loves that PC. It's very nice. Just too short.
Just too short. My fingers.
Distance.
It's fine.
You know, it's because I'm cold, but my brain's like jacuzzi.
Yes, right.
I will not be satisfied until jacuzzi.
It's pretty cold outside today, actually.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know what it is about the warehouse. It just retains heat really well.
Dude, I was so excited for some rain because my grass was looking a little patchy, and I was not doing well. So I was like, "Come on, rain, I need you. I'll fertilize, and you do the rest." So I was happy for that. But like, it's been 2 days of cloudiness, and I'm already like, no, not feeling the happy. Yeah, I think I'm sun powered.
I think it did rain lightly, like super lightly, but I don't know about where you're at.
Well, I woke up this morning and like things were wet, so I was like,
Oh, okay.
Yes. So here's hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah. What games do you play in this monster? In this monster, or like in this monster? Like, here in the studio, we only play Pictionary. Let me see, what kind of games we play on this base? That's a good question. Oh, well, they already left. I was like,
Yeah, this is for a customer.
But for games that you could play on this, quite literally anything.
Anything.
AAA, all day. Slay. Rike of Wumbuke, yeah. good thing about this Friday is like it's just gonna be Friday traffic because everyone's already at Coachella. Yesterday traffic sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, nobody's going out to the desert to camp because they don't want to deal with Coachella traffic.
Oh shit! So you're getting the opposite effect.
Yeah, it's just people going home and people who absolutely have to travel.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Does it run the game Mario? Yes.
The game
absolutely
Mario.
does. I mean, if you'd have to like
Any
have an
emulator?
emulator, but
Yeah.
yes. Yo, what's up, John Mark? How you doing?
Hey.
TGIF indeed.
GG, yeah.
I'm feeling that Friday. I'm thinking Arby's. No, I'm
Arby's.
thinking the weekend. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, happy Easter. Oh my gosh, Easter's
Happy
this
Easter.
Sunday. What? I must get some peeps.
Oh, the marshmallows.
Oh, also I should probably go get some decorations. I actually really like Easter, because it was always near my birthday. And my mom used to do like Easter baskets for us as
Oh.
kiddos. So it was like the only other time you'd get like, kind of like a present or a gift, other than like, Christmas. So it was like, and it wasn't ever anything close to that. It was like, oh, you got a football, or like, like, and some candy, like, yeah.
What'd you do with your football?
It was my sister's football, actually. My sister was the athlete of the family, so she got football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How tall is she again?
She's like an inch shorter than me.
Oh,
Yeah. She did play basketball.
but you didn't?
No, I'm not athletic.
Well, not with that attitude.
Not with these lungs.
It's a muscle, dude.
No, in hindsight, I really wish I had done more sport. But what are you gonna do? Go back in time? Trying. It's not working so far. So what are you snacking? We had cake. It was Charles's birthday over in IT, and he brought us cake, which seems a little unfair. Like,
I know, right?
Am I a
It
bad
should've been
coworker?
The other way, yes.
Yeah.
It should have been the other way around.
but it was a good cake. Had raspberry in the middle. Raspberry. Now I'm like, I should grow raspberries. I gotta stop with it. Currently playing Pokemon Platinum on my PC. Nice. I told you Easter was this Sunday when I told you today was Good Friday. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put it all together. And I kind of knew it was this weekend because I thought it was really weird that Coachella was going on during Easter. But it's tough to remember things. Like, I don't go to family things anymore, so
SMH.
yeah.
Yeah, me. I don't know.
I gotta start from scratch on the family things. So eventually I'll remember when holidays are.
My phone remembers for me.
What?
My phone remembers for me.
Oh, your birthday?
Smart, yeah.
No, holidays.
Easter. And Easter's a weird one because it moves, you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows when Christmas is, it's the same. Everyone knows what Halloween is. Everyone knows when Arbor Day is. But, nobody... Easter's moving around. Thanksgiving moves around. So can you opt for air CPU cooler instead of water cooling? Absolutely. And for some of the chips, especially in the mid to low range, totally good option. Will adequately cool them.
Who you calling mid?
It's not my fault that the youth decided that mid meant bad when quite literally the middle is good.
Middle.
Yeah. You rather have bad? Huh? No. If it was between mid and bad, you want mid. Mid is good. A medium tiered. What was I even talking about?
CPUs.
CPU. A lot of those can be cooled with an air cooler, even something as simple as a tower cooler or a double tower cooler. Tends to be a bit cheaper than AIOs and much less not saying that AIOs have maintenance because they really don't. They kind of take care of themselves, but there's a lot less that can go wrong with an air cooler over time than there is with an AIO. How much does it take for a PC to assemble? 5 hours? Nah. Well, when you're, as good as we are, and by we I mean Juan, who also took a cake break, so mind that.
Cake break.
It's usually an hour.
Yeah. give or take. Depends on the chassis.
Mid is like C plus in school. See, I would think mid would be like B. C plus I would think is still kind of like that. I mean, it gets a degree, so. If I want the stock CPU air cooler, I think it'd be a choice, or there'd be something similar. Yeah.
Like, do we include it
But-
with your build? No, because we
true
don't
that.
buy retail versions of these chips.
But we also wouldn't offer the stock cooler on the custom builder if we felt that the chip was too hot for it. That's the other thing, is we kind of like railroad you into making sure that you don't make a PC that just does not work.
Yeah.
We got the whole fam coming over, grandpa, aunt, uncle, cousins, cousin's boyfriend. Nice. I don't know, maybe when y'all go to Texas to spend with the fiance's family.
Oh, bold.
Yeah.
With your auntie. With her auntie.
No, she doesn't use any like names like she doesn't have a Mima or anything like. Just pretty generic. Yeah, I don't know. Dang, 990 Pro. It's tasty. It's a good one. Man, I gotta check my local egg prices, because what we used to always eat on Easter was chili relleno casserole, and I'm pretty sure I know how to make it just from eating it for so long. But it requires a lot of egg, and I am cheap. So, any complaints yet about the 50 series GPU power connectors mounting? No, surprisingly, we haven't really seen that issue. Which is good. And as far as like the missing ROPs, we did a check for that now, so now every system is checked for it before it leaves. We've only found one so far of that. So I think it kind of goes to show that like a lot of things can be a little sensationalized. Not saying that they're not happening, but they're probably rarer than we think. Reddit isn't real life. Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. The mobile form factor looks small. Yeah, it's a Maddox one, so it's not like a mini ITX, but it is a Maddox. Or MATX. But yeah, it works. And if anything, it's a lot nicer when you have to get down to those bottom headers. Like when there's fans on the bottom of the case and you have a full ATX motherboard. Oh my gosh, is that annoying?
I know, right?
Man, I was in for a total scare last night. I went upstairs, basically right before bed, to go take a shower. I didn't notice that the bird wasn't in his cage. I go into the closet, and he's in the closet, like sitting on something. And I was so freaked out because I was like, how long have you been here? Like, he probably hadn't gotten back to his cage for food or anything, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I put him back in his cage, and he goes onto the perch, and he doesn't move. And I'm like, dude, I know you need water or food. Like, come on, speak to me. But here's the crazy thing about bird keeping. they really love humidity. So I just brought him into the shower with me, and like homie puffed right up. He drank some of the water, and then he was like totally fine, and he was happy. He was like chirping. And then Em brought out his food, and like she's opening the bag, and he's screaming and like hanging off of her, like he's gonna dive right into it. And I was like, okay, he's hungry, but I think he's okay. And we learned that we have to put a little lock on his cage now, because he knows how to get out now.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
Dang.
But that was like really scary for a moment. I was like, oh my gosh, how long have you been here? How have you been without food and water? But yeah, put them in the shower with some nice hot humidity, they puff right up. Does the hard card work with the 750 power supply?
Hard card.
Like, I don't know what you mean.
What's a hard card?
Radeon 9070 XT. Ah, okay. I think it could, depending on what processor you had, but it's kind of pretty close.
Yeah, you want some headroom.
Yeah. What bird is it? He's a parrotlet?
Tell me about the time you flattened them.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I learned about the shower thing because
These
I
stories back
almost,
to back.
I almost killed him many years ago. Because he used to hang out. His cage was like next to my bed, and he would hang out outside the cage a lot. He kind of has a little free roam, you know, whatever. I forgot that he was on the pillows, basically. I was making some ramen in the kitchen, and you know, I got up, did some stuff, whatever, stirred it, went back to the bed, just kind of flopped onto it, didn't remember. A few minutes go by, and I feel this, like, something under me, like in my back. I freak out, I roll over, homie is squished. Like, one wing going one way, the other going the other way, flattened. I cry like insanity. I wail, and I start just absolutely bawling. I pick him up in my hands, flat, right? And I'm like,
I'm
you know,
laughing because I know how the story ends.
Yeah, he knows how the story ends. So I'm hysterical, like I'm losing my freaking mind. I really love birds, and like no animal death has hurt me like the death of my birds growing up. Like, so this is like all my trauma coming back. So I'm like, and
How
I
many
remember.
birds have you killed?
I've not killed. They lived long. Anyways, to their expected. So I'm like crying, right? And I don't know what to do. Oh, hi, made in Taiwan.
Yo,
Thank you.
what up?
Thank you. Sorry for that. I was telling a crazy story. Anyways, he's flat in my hand, right? I'm like, homie's dying at like right before me. I remembered this story that my mom told me that when she was a kid, her brother's parakeet died, and he kept petting it. And she was like, "What are you doing? That's so weird." And the bird came back to life. So, I just start petting him. This little flat guy, right? And wouldn't you know it? After like a minute or two, he bites my finger because he's like, "Quit petting me."
I'm trying to de-inflate.
Like quite literally, homie's like, "I'm dying here, quit." And then he had to come back and be like, "No, quit." So he bites my finger very hard, and I was like, "Ow!" But this is a good sign. And then he kind of gets up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" And then I'm like, "Okay, humidity. They like humidity." I put him in the bathroom. I turned the shower on to its hottest setting, so it's just making lovely humid steam, right? And I put him in there, in a little travel cage I had, so he can't like bonk around. And zombie parrot, for real. I put him in there for like an hour, just with the humidity. And he's kind of reinflating, I'm not even lying. Eventually, I take him out of there, and I put him back in his cage, and I'm still freaking out. I've called, like, the animal hospital, like, you know, I'm like, I've called his other mom. I'm like, dude, like, there's something's wrong with the baby. Like, I'm like freaked out. I put him back in his cage because I'm like, maybe he just needs like eat or whatever, and he just kind of is in there for a while, and I'm freaked out still. He goes and has a little food. He drinks a little water, and I'm like, there's no way that I completely squished this bird and he is totally alright right now. And he was totally alright. Insanity. So, that's the story about how I almost killed that bird. Last night, I thought it was a somewhat similar situation where I was like, homie's in bad shape. So I just remembered, I was like, I'm putting him in the shower. Yeah. Because it also makes him drink the water. Because he'll be like, and I'm like, good, yeah, drink the water. I mean, it's warm.
Oh, okay.
It's that dinosaur DNA, yeah. He didn't break any bird bones, so he's fine. Yeah, that was the crazy thing. His wings were both fine. Like, everything about him was totally fine. It's crazy. So, yeah. I'm always on the... Every time I go upstairs, too, like, after being downstairs, I go to the cage. And, like, if he's not sitting in the normal place he is, my heart skips a beat. Like, homie's gonna be on the bottom of that cage, and it's gonna be trauma all over again. It really sucks when you really love an animal, but you also know that keeping them is gonna be painful, because eventually they'll die.
Yeah.
Did you know birds use their bones for breathing? I did not. I knew that they were, like, hollow, because they have to be so light, but that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know, I'm thinking about getting a second one. I think one of the reasons he went into the closet was because he was trying to come find us. And I was like, I'm not spending enough time with him now that we're in the new place, you know? It's like he doesn't just live in the one room we live in, you know?
Yeah.
Birds have unidirectional breathing. Birds are truly like the craziest animals, like just absolutely wild. Especially like when you learn bird calls and then what the different birds' calls mean. Like, 'cause most birds actually have like several calls that they do.
Yeah.
But they like some of them are like alerting calls to be like, hey, I saw a hawk.
Oh, dang.
Hey guys, there's a hawk. So you get the most oxygen out of the air. Oh. Man, why don't we have that? I would love to have more oxygen. Dang, that's birds for you though. Just reinflating from crushed. Funny in how cartoons they use a bicycle pump to reinflate a flat character. Yeah. Who knew that the real thing all along was a shower? Shower mist. My sagely advice is if an animal dies and you're very upset about it, just start petting it, and like if it doesn't want to be pet, it'll let you know. It'll be like, hey, no. I know I'm dying here, but quit. Very nice wire arrangement. Thank you. He's very good at it.
Appreciate it.
As far as we know, unidirectional breathing was one of the main characteristics that differentiate dinosaurs from reptiles. Huh. That's really cool. I'm telling you, man, if you spend enough time with a bird, like, they know. Homie is such a little dinosaur. I touch anything in his little cage, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's threatening me. Mouth open, like... If one falls asleep and doesn't want to wake up, just keep petting him.
Just keep... No, leave me alone.
He'll bite you and be like...
Yeah, I bite.
Yeah. That was such a stressful thing. Made me like paranoid for a while too after that. Like every time I'd like lay in the bed and I felt like any kind of thing like behind, I'd be like, I'd like totally freak out.
Dang, not the PTSD.
For real. Oh. Bad case? Okay, well that's like your opinion, man. No, don't get me wrong, it doesn't have as good of airflow as the 011, but for this spec it doesn't really need it.
Bird cereal? No, stop. She hasn't. They died of natural causes. Right?
But one definitely did. The other one died mysteriously after my sister had a party, in which there was some hookah smoking in the house, and I'm like,
Oh,
birds
damn.
are not.
Hey,
they
you
don't
were
like
not
smoke.
happy.
One hopes, yeah. I had that one for a good couple of years, but the first one, 10 years. Homie was 10 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, like 50 years in bird.
He was a kind of parakeet that was like the fancy English budgie. So they had been bred for certain characteristics, and because of that, they'd shorten the life. You're like normal American parakeet, which is what we call them even though they're from Australia. It's very weird. You're like, typical PetSmart parakeet
Yeah.
can live to be 20 years.
Holy crap.
You know?
Damn, birds
And
live forever.
that's entry level birds. When you go further up, it's like they live longer.
Damn, generational birds.
The most beautiful water GPS behind you. Yeah, that one is cool. What is the spec? 650 watts max draw. Yeah,
BRB.
about 8 fans is plenty. Yeah, and this chip doesn't get that hot. The 9000 series is lovely all across the board in that regard. Yeah. Had a cockatiel that lived for 26 years in my care. I got him when he was 3. Oh, nice. That's crazy good. Cockatiels are so sweet. They're another good, like, entry-level bird. But especially if you want one that feels a little more substantial, they're great.
Substantial.
Yeah, they're like a little chicken. Motherboard supports 5th generation, and you install 3rd generation of M.2. Well, there's also the Samsung. So, that's definitely not. This one is also 4th gen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that's a 4th gen, and that's a 4th gen.
Yeah, 3rd gen now. I don't know if we even carry 3rd gen. at
Yeah,
this point.
not really. And honestly, 5th gen, you don't need it. It's hot, it's coarse, and it gets everywhere.
Alright, Anakin.
But it's very hot. And the speed difference is insane, but not really anything noticeable to the human eye. What's the motherboard model? It looks very small. It's an ASRock B650 M. But yeah, it's an MATX form factor. So, not ITX, not the smallest that they make, but MATX. It basically just doesn't have all the extra PCIe slots that the full ATX ones give you, which you really don't need because you're going to be running one GPU. My neighbor's grandma had a parrot. She got the parrot in her 30s. After she died in her 80s, her daughter took the parrot. Dang. Yeah. Some of them live very long. Yeah, my current bird is kind of a jerk. But, like, he's got so much personality that you kind of can't hate him for it. My parakeets were much sweeter, but parrotlets, they're the boss. They'll
They're
let
the
you know.
boss?
Yeah. It's like having an Amazon parrot, but this big instead. My mom has an African gray parrot. He's over 20 now. Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Hey, I mean, he's in his college years. Still got ways to go.
Motherboard supports Wi-Fi. Yes,
Mhm.
it does. All our PCs will come with Wi-Fi.
You can live to 50, dang. Yeah, like I say, if I end up not having kids, like if I just like miss that window, I'm gonna get one of those parrots that lives forever and just be like, this is one that's like as smart as a toddler, and just be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
Wow, toddler age forever is
Yeah.
something.
still find them like way less maintenance than a dog.
You think so?
Yeah. And like I don't really know why, but I've always just kind of been like, yeah.
I mean, I guess, yeah, you do have a dog, so I guess you would know.
But it also could be that my dog's kind of bad, and my bird, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, I feel safe, like, you know, leaving the bird home alone. Like, yeah, you know, here's some money for a pizza, like, yeah, you got this.
But your dog's kind of bad.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I know the bird is smarter than the dog. Like, and it's no contest. Like, I look at the bird, and behind that eye, like, there is intelligence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do something, or I say something, and I can see him thinking about it. And the dog,
No thoughts?
not, yeah, no thoughts head empty. When he hears a command, he'll do it. But one-track mind, you know what I mean? I got 2 tortoises that can live to 70. Dang. Tortoises. Are those the ones that, like, people, like, put them outside to, like, you know, graze, but then they'll, like, actually go and hibernate, and you can't find them anymore? And then, like, somebody else finds it. Because I remember, like, hearing about that happening. Tortoises are pretty cool, though. My dad got a tortoise when he, like, you know, first moved out, and it was like, okay, this is a pet so that the kids will be excited to come over here, which worked really well, because, like, kids are obsessed with pets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got a tortoise, and apparently it died the first week, and my dad freaked out. He's like, oh my gosh, the kids are gonna be so upset, like,
Oh,
coming
no.
over on the weekend, what the heck am I gonna do? So he went back to, like, you know, Petco, and he got another one, but the other one was, like, way bigger. So he's like, oh man, what do I do?
I can't switch him.
Like, the kids are they're gonna know. So he called us that week and was like, oh man, the tortoise is getting huge. Like, I remember this very vividly.
It's getting huge.
But then, you know, because I'm a kid, when you tell me the tortoise is getting huge, I'm expecting that thing to be a honker. You know, like, I don't know what the natural, you know, growth process of a tortoise is.
Right.
I'm a child. So we go over there and I'm like, I gotta see the tortoise. He's huge. And it's just like, oh, he doesn't even look that different.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. And then my dad kept that secret for several years.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Charles Darwin's pet tortoise is still alive. Dang!
Dang.
The stories it has, probably.
I know, right?
They can escape enclosure and people find them walking on the street. Yeah. Tortoise or turtle, I don't know if it's the same word in German. Tortoises are the ones that walk, turtles are the ones that swim. How many builds today? Just this one? Yep.
Just this one.
That's why we're kind of, you know, meandering.
Hey, I'm working. What do you mean?
Can I fix my RTX 3090 card that is stuck? Yes.
Dang.
Is it stuck physically? In which case, I would probably just push it back into the PCIe slot, hit that lever down that releases it. Obviously, take the screws out of the side. Pull. But there are also turtles that walk. But do they have little hands? I mean, tortoises don't have hands, but you know what I mean? Like little feet? I think all the Galapagos things are turtles. Yes.
So I'm happy to report that I'll probably be seeing the Minecraft movie
Oh, yeah?
this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, could be good. Heard the streets are saying it's camp, so we'll see.
Okay.
I just hope I don't get pelted with popcorn.
Yeah, why is that happening?
Chicken jockey.
Why does that...
I don't know, dude. Why are memes?
But, like, you would know, right? Minecraft. Like,
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I think it's just something the internet has latched onto.
what is the chicken jockey?
It's a chicken jockey.
That tells me nothing.
It's a chicken and a baby zombie. Sometimes the zombies have a chance of like hopping on.
In the game.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's in the movie.
For like ever?
No, it's
Oh.
like a little bit that they do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Today I learned.
There's also Spider Jockey, which is like, there's a random chance of a spider spawning with the skeleton riding it. So it's like a little mobile turret.
Mm-hmm.
Should really play it. It's a great game.
I don't know. I would just want to use it for building and farming.
That's exactly, yeah, that's perfect.
I just,
That's-
but like, what?
how the
What do
devs
you do
intended.
after that? What do I do with all of my carrots or whatever?
More building. Bigger farm.
Nah, I'm one who has contentedness in life, you know. So like, there'd be a point where I'd be like, yes, this is my kingdom.
I think that's why the 2-week Minecraft phase meme was cultivated. Because you just play like non-stop for like weeks, 2 weeks, and then after a while you're just like, okay, kind of done.
Very Sims, yeah.
Very Sims? Alright, I guess Sims has that too.
Yeah, you marathon for like 3 weeks and then like don't for like several months.
Yeah.
Charles Darwin's tortoise, Harriet, collected in 1930.
Harriet.
Died in 2006,
Oh,
176 years old.
Damn.
Phew. Dang.
Very old.
There's a pic of her with Steve Irwin.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
Rip to both of them.
Oh, yes.
Card stuck on black screen. Ooh, okay. If it's giving you no display, it also could be your HDMI cable or your DisplayPort cable. So keep that in mind. Double check, obviously, that it's plugged into the GPU and that it's then plugged into the monitor. Very nice jacket of yours. Thank you. It's Columbia brand.
Hey.
I like it because it's extra long, like me. Can't stand how almost all fashion these days, especially for women, is like really short things. Because I'm like, no, man, even the like base regular stuff is too short for me. Like,
Damn, really?
yeah, if I wore something cropped, it would look wrong. It would look like, oh gosh, like I was a child who just grew really fast, and my parents were like, well, we already bought you clothes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You see any movies lately?
No, but I was thinking about going and seeing one pretty soon.
Oh, which one?
I don't know. I haven't been to the movies since like way before COVID even.
Jeez.
I wasn't ever really like a big fan. Like I would go for like, you know, Marvel movies and such.
Yeah.
I'll probably go for Thunderbolts actually.
Cool.
But I was like, you know what? I really want some popcorn. And like not the, you know, not the microwave junk. I don't even have a microwave.
You know you can DoorDash movie theater popcorn?
Okay, but movie theater popcorn is expensive. I don't actually buy it at the movies like ever because I'm such a cheap ass. So I would be going just to buy that popcorn. If I DoorDashed on top, are you kidding me?
I know, right? It'd be like $60.
Yeah, $30 for my movie theater popcorn.
No, there's $30 in the theater. Now add the fees on top of that.
Installing special operations button for my bag. Nice. But yeah, sometimes you just want that movie theater butter where it's like basically just oil. Yeah, give it to me. Oh man, remember when they used to like, I don't know if they still do this in movie theaters, but when you used to be able to pump it yourself and just be like, yeah. And then if you had a friend, you could be like, okay, let's take some of this into like an extra bag that we have so I can get it in the middle too, you know? So it's throughout.
I
So
never
it's
thought of
throughout
that.
yeah. You buy movie popcorn flavoring. I just feel like it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Chicken jockey. Alright. Alright, folks. This build is done. It is finished. It is complete.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Alright, well this PC's done. It's gonna go get Windows put on it now. All the drivers that you need inside the box, it's ready to go. You can just set up your profile, download your game launchers, you're good to go. We're also gonna stress test this, make sure these components work and work under load, and when it passes all that, it'll be headed to you. So watch out for it, and thank you for ordering with us.
Thank you, thank you.
Noticing that RAM isn't lighting up.
I did notice that too.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to take a look at that in the burn section, but
Yeah.
don't worry.
Could be a defunct set, but they will light up.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Alright, folks. Well, that was our build stream today.
That was.
Thanks
a
for
little bit
kicking
of
it with
trouble.
us while we kind of just jammed and built a PC.
Yeah, pretty nice.
We ate some cake. Yeah, we had some laughs. Good time. I hope you got all of the Friday vibes from this to help launch you into the weekend. Play some video games. Get outside. Don't crush a bird. And yeah, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Enjoy your weekend.